will say when I decided to go to Barnard, all my friends were like, oh, you're gonna come out.
I do think it's true that Columbia students probably party more than Barnard students.
Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe, and if you're old here, do come here often. We're gonna be answering your assumptions about all women's colleges. And thank you for coming, and if you have any more video request ideas, please leave them below because we answer most of them. But we will answer all of them. Since everyone is so smart and on their game, there are no parties ever. No, people party. So no, so aggressively, I don't mean it like that. Like, if you want to party, you party. If you don't want to party, you don't party. If you want to party, there are people who party. And if you don't want to party, there are people who don't party. If that makes sense. So I'm going to say no for that question, but a good question. But if you do party, it's very much like work hard, play hard. Like, you balance both.
You will definitely meet Barnard students who really don't party at all, and you will meet Barnard students who are going out every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. So it really depends on the person, and I don't think you can make a blanket statement about Barnard students do or don't party, but I would say that most Barnard students have like a healthy balance between the two. But if it came down to it, I think Barnard students are more wary of their grades. They're more motivated to do well in school, so I don't think they would ever sacrifice their studies for partying.
Everyone who goes to a women's college is gay. No. But Margaret and I talked about this on our other video, like, it's definitely a safe place for everyone. So, like, you probably self-select into an all-women's college, and like, it's so LGBTQ plus friendly. Not like everyone's gay, but it is an all-women's college.
I think Diana and I addressed this in or spilling the tea on Barnard. I'll link it here. I think that there might be a higher percentage of students who are gay at Barnard compared to other colleges, but that's just because we're such a welcoming environment and we accept everyone for who they are. But do I think if you go to a women's college and you were straight before you were going to come out gay? No, I don't think so. I think you just are the way you are, and we're very accepting, and that's the tea on that.
Barnard girls are overly political and get offended by everything. No, but Barnard girls are super woke and they're up with the times, and they will not take your BS. If you say something problematic, then a Barnard girl will call you out on it. And that's amazing.
I think Barnard students definitely are
woke.
They're definitely aware of lots of social issues, social justice issues, all that kind of stuff. And in that manner, I do think that if you were to say something that was insensitive or just blatantly offensive in front of a Barnard student, chances are you're going to be, reprimanded for that, or the Barnard student will let you know that that was inappropriate for whatever reason. So I do think we are definitely political, I guess, in the sense that, on a whole, our campus is very aware of the way that words can impact other people, and we're very concerned with making sure that everyone feels included and at home, and that nobody is excluded or anything like that. So I guess in that way we maybe are overly political compared to other campuses. You are less likely to get away with saying something offensive or insensitive on a Barnard campus.
Not an assumption, but I saw comments under a Barnard video by CC students saying that Barnard students weren't as smart and didn't deserve a CU diploma. I obviously don't believe that, but I want to know if that's a common belief in CC.
Ouch. Okay, that one hurt. Yeah, I don't agree with that, obviously. I think that what does it mean to be smarter than someone else? How are you judging them? What scale are you using? And I think if Columbia students want to think that, then that's their prerogative. You can think that if you want. I just think it's another way to divide the two sides of campus. I obviously don't believe that. I guess you might encounter a few Columbia students who think that, and that's on them. And I don't know, it's not true, so.
I do think some people don't think Barnard girls are as smart as people at Columbia. Like, people do think that, but they're wrong. Also, like, they'll never say it to you. So many smart people go to all different types of schools, like not just in regards to CC and Barnard, but if they're saying that Barnard girls aren't as smart as CC people, then they're obviously insecure about something and need to put down Barnard girls to feel better about themselves. People at Barnard don't really party as much as CC kids. I would say, like, as a whole, this is kind of true. Like I said before, like, there are people at Barnard who party, but as a whole, I would say people at Columbia party more than people at Barnard.
Columbia is more of that big school vibe. I do think it's true that Columbia students probably party more than Barnard students, but that's not to say that Barnard students never party. Columbia students do party more than Barnard students, but Barnard students still party.
Barnard, you're like more likely to go to, like, I don't know, a board games bar with your friends than like an EC suite, but everyone does both. Barnard girls can be very judgmental about what you're wearing. I actually think this is reversed. I think people are probably very judgmental about what Barnard girls wear. I remember in high school I used to only wear like leggings and, I don't know, like a fancy sweatshirt and like boots, like LO Bean boots, and that's what everyone wore. And then coming to Barnard, everyone dresses in like insane ways, like lots of colors, lots of flares, like 70s, 90s, like, you know, like baggy t-shirts, like skater clothes. Like, everyone has their own unique style. You'll see like a lot less like brand names. Obviously, like super body positive, so everyone's wearing like more like scandalous outfits, just because like we all know that like your shoulder is a part of your body and you shouldn't be shamed for having a shoulder.
I have never once gotten the vibe that when I'm walking around campus looking like a literal potato, anybody is judging me. I don't think so at all. I think everybody has a unique fashion sense and a unique way that they present themselves, and you just are not going to be judged for however you decide to look or wear or whatever. So I don't think so at all, and I don't think there's like a one way to look at Barnard.
Women's colleges can be very cultish. That's so funny. It depends what you mean by cult. Like, I do think there is some thing about going to a women's college where you feel so much more connected to your college. Like, I feel like I talk about Barnard more than my high school friends talk about their schools, just because I feel like my whole identity, not my whole identity, a large part of my identity is that I went to Barnard, is that I chose to go to an all-women's school, is that I'm like here on this channel like making these videos because I love Barnard. But yeah, that's a really good question.
This is an interesting one. I think people tend to think that when you put a lot of women together, they're automatically gonna be pitted against each other, they're gonna be competing, they're gonna be trying to bring each other down or divide amongst themselves. But I did not have this experience at all. I did not think within Barnard there were little cults or anything. However, I do think that if you mean cultish in that, you know, people are proud to be going to an all-women's college and they want to stand with their fellow women, then yes. So I guess it depends how you define cultish, but I wouldn't say within Barnard there are a bunch of little cults, or that like as a whole Barnard as a cult is just anti-man. I don't think that's true, but I do think that I guess it's a cult in the sense that Barnard students want to lift up other women. We want equality for men and women, and so yeah, I guess in that way we're a cult. And I'm probably other women's colleges have students who are like-minded in that manner. So I guess if you mean cult as in hold similar values or goals, I guess we do, but it's not culty in the way that we alienate other people or are competing with one another or anything like that.
Those are all the questions. Thank you so much for coming.
If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Like the video, do all of the things, tell your friends to watch if you have any Barnard friends or people who are considering Barnard or Columbia, whatever. Spread the word, let them know to check us out, and leave more recommendations below in the comments. DM us on Instagram, we'll always answer. And yeah, thank you for watching.